Blessings. You're watching By and I decided I wanted to talk a little more about runes and making runes. Okay? The myth is that Odin hung upside down in the Tree of Life for 9 days. No bread, no water, no nothing. Just like hung there like a bat for 9 days. And when he finally came down, the runes were at his feet. He hung upside down for enlightenment. This was something that he did for enlightenment, and we are talking about Odin. I know I hung on that windswept tree, swung there for 9 long nights, wounded by my own blade, bloodied for Odin, myself, an offering to myself, bound to the tree, that no man knows whither the roots of it run. None gave me bread, none gave me drink. Down to the deepest depths I peered until I spied the runes. With a roaring cry I seized them up, then dizzy and fainting I fell. Well-being I won, and wisdom too. I grew and took joy in my growth. From a word to a word I was led to a word. From a deed to another deed. I've been doing a little research on runes. I've always wanted like a fancy set, you know, something that would connect with me, like my birthstone, which would be citrine. So I always wanted a citrine set. However, I've just never got around to purchasing or, you know, forking over the money for such an item. And so these would be considered unfluffy. These are not fluffy runes. These are actually made out of deer horn. They're all practically about the same size because I took a small hand saw blade and cut each piece, you know, and the horn is thicker and then it's thinner as you're cutting, and I cut that horn up. Me and my husband, we just cut that horn up and into these pieces. See? So, yeah, these are very unfluffy. Some of the oldest original runes were actually made of bone, human bone, bones of animals, and this is deer horn. Deer horn is bone, so yeah, you can see the marrow. It's kind of pretty. I like it. And the person who would be making these would, and I'm talking about unfluffy stuff here, so I don't mean to offend anybody. Maybe add a little bit of their own blood to bring about more of a connection with the runes. I'm not telling anybody to hurt themselves. And, you know, me, I just put mine in salt water and cleanse them. I've also read how these runes don't really have any power of their own. In fact, you can make and design your own set. You can make your own symbols and create a whole new set of runes. And some believe that there's no actual power that these runes possess of themselves. my opinion kind of is wishy-washy in that aspect, because these are like, this pattern, this set is like the ancient set, you see. And for me, history and symbolism, I love antiques. And history does have power, and these symbols have been used forever. So, you know, ancestral speaking, we have power through our ancestors. Antiques are powerful because, you know, I believe there's power in them. And yes, a symbol is nothing but a clanking symbol unless you use the tool.